A lot of you might have heard what's been going on lately in the real estate industry in America as a result of the Sitzer Burnett class action lawsuits against all big real estate brokers and NAR, the governing body of the real estate agents in America. The lawsuit was mainly about the current real estate agent commission structure, which is when selling a home, the seller pays a commission that part of it will go to the agent that brings a buyer. Now, I'm not going to dive deep into the case. You can Google it. There will be tons of articles. I'm also going to include a few links in the description for your reference. However, just the past weekend, NAR has suddenly made a public statement that they are going to settle the case for $418 million. They're also going to implement some major changes across the country effective of mid-July 2024. The two major changes are, I'm going to read. Number one, NAR has agreed to put in place a new MLS rule prohibiting offers of broker compensation on the MLS. This could mean that offers of broker compensation could not be communicated via the MLS, but they could continue to be an option consumers can pursue off MLS through negotiation and consultation with real estate professionals. Number two, NAR has agreed to enact a new rule that would require the MLS participants working with buyers to enter into a written agreement with their buyers. NAR continues, as it has done for years, to encourage its members to use buyer-broker agreement that helps consumer understand exactly what service and values to be provided and for how much. These changes will go into effect in middle July 2024. These two changes are going to be huge. It will disrupt the current business model. The way that agent works, as well as the process of buying and selling a home, could change. We still don't have all the details as far as how the new guidelines will be implemented and enforced after the change, but I'll keep you posted as I get more information. The proposed change are still pending judges' approval. Let's say when they do go through, what does that mean for the real estate consumers, like buyers and sellers? That's what I'm going to talk about in this video. Let's start with sellers. When you are selling your home, you and your agent will work out a commission. I know that on the internet there are tons of articles referring to something like 6% commission is forever gone. Sounds like 6% is a fixed number. Well, that has never been true. Commission is always negotiable since the dawn of time. 6% just happened to be the most common percentage throughout America in the last few decades, and that's what in people's memory. But commission is always negotiable. Remember that. Now, traditionally, you agree on the commission with your agent. I would just use 6% here in this video for convenience. What the listing agreement basically says is, I will take 6%, I'll do whatever I want with this money as long as I get an acceptable offer within a period of time. And one of the things I would do is to offer a portion of the commission to whoever, whatever buyer, agents that bring a buyer, like a co-op. Now, with a new change, the total commission will continue to be negotiable between seller and the listing agent. It's just that the listing agent can no longer openly advertise on the MLS to the rest of the agents' community with the co-op incentives. But the co-op commissions can still exist as a way to incentivize agents to bring buyers, but they just have to negotiate it offline. So here I see a minimum change from the selling side. Seller will get to decide whether they want to offer additional commissions or not if the dream buyer is attached to an agent. I guess these can be worked out based on the offer. Some sellers are going to be, nope, I will absolutely not going to offer commission to buyer whatsoever. Well, if so, that's okay too. In this case, it's almost like a for sale by owner situation, which could work out nicely too, depending on the individual. So that's it from the selling side, which in my opinion isn't much of an actual change, but it will, I would say be much more transparent to the consumer about agents' commission and how things work. Now, on the buyer side, currently, when you are buying a home, you don't have to pay your agent anything because agents will get paid from the listing side. Also, you can switch agents whenever and however because most of the time you and the agent just verbally agree to work together. On the next day, you guys are seeing houses already. Now, with the new change, before showing a house, a buyer broker agreement will need to be signed between a buyer and the agent. Also, realize that not every listing will display buyer side commission. So, for buyers, you don't know if your agent is going to get paid or how much from a particular home that you're interested. So there is a possibility that you as a buyer may have to negotiate that during the offer and figure out who's paying whom if you want your representation. This can be a huge change. I would encourage you as a buyer to talk everything out with your buyer agent before deciding to work together, especially if this agent is like your close friend or family member. You got to cover all the scenarios. Now, another huge possibility is that buyer will go to listing agent directly for a particular property. I can totally see this happening a lot. In this case, the listing agent's job is to just provide buyer information necessary to help buyer make the decision. However, there is no representation nor fiduciary duty. Buyer will have to fend for themselves. And this could open up another wave of lawsuits down the road, but that's beside the point. I think for the short term, this is going to, what's going to happen, the listing agent will have to do twice the work to sell the house, including answering buyers' inquiries, helping buyer get pre-qualified, and probably showing if buyer agent is not involved. Now, should buyer go to listing agent directly? I mean, how to find the right buyer agent to work with when you buy? Or do we even need buyer's agent anymore? I'm sure you have been wondering these questions, right? Don't worry, I got you covered. I have made another video answering these questions, so be sure to check that out on my channel. The video link is also in the description. Anyways, let me know what you think about this new update. Your questions, your concern, you like it, you hate it. Comment down below and I would love to hear from you. That's it for this video. I will keep you posted on more updates and see you on the next video.